We will tear your souls apart.
You want to talk about Evil Dead Rise?
Yes.
I haven't seen that either, so.
I saw it in the theaters when it came out. Again, I was very impressed with it. I'm like, this was not bad. It was better than I expected, despite, again, no Bruce... Well, again, supposedly Bruce Campbell has a voice cameo record, but I'm not sure which part, though. It was about... And ironically, this is probably the first time I've seen an Evil Dead series where it took place in, like, in a apartment in a city. I'm like, that's interesting. No cabin in the woods. Well, it opens up with cabin in the woods until eventually we see this family.
Interesting. That's pretty interesting that, like, the newer version of Evil Dead is trying to be its own thing, which I can respect.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate about it.
There's going to be a new generation of kids that are going to have a completely different interpretation.
And I know that Sam Raimi does work on these films. I don't know like what his like role is, with like whether he's a consultant on like this film or other Evil Dead projects.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because especially he is the man that started it all with Evil Dead.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely would have to check out those two films myself.
Yeah. The only I was not sure is this like another reboot or again? It's hard to say.
It's obviously trying to be its own thing, which I said, I can respect. I could also it has an Evil Dead title, but I can respect being its own thing.
I guess the one that I could see too is that like I could see like maybe Evil Dead being an anthology where it's anybody that can fight these Deadites.
That'd be a cool, interesting concept. You could really play around with the mythology of the Necronomicon itself.
Right.
And get into more of the spells, more of what the Necronomicon could really do.
Right.
That would make for a good series alone.
Right.
You don't have to necessarily focus on the main character, Ash. You can focus on people's different experiences with the Necronomicon.
Well, that's true. Well, in this movie, it's about...
And you can place it in any time period.
Right. Well, with this film being its own thing, it's about like these two sisters. One that has 3 kids, and one who her younger sister is pregnant with a child, and she's afraid of like being a parent because of. I mean, again, it's not explained, but we assume that it's possibly that she looks at her sister with her children, how hard it is to be a parent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And also, despite like she's an aunt to her nieces and nephews, like she's the fun-loving aunt. Like I'm an uncle. Same thing with my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And also like when the aunt like protects her nieces and nephews from when the mother gets possessed, it's like a little bit like Alien with the younger sister aunt and her younger niece.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to check these out for sure.
Also, when I was watching this movie, I said to myself, like the part when the brother is like reading the Necronomicon book, I made myself there should be like a label on the Necronomicon book like disclaimer: do not read this book, or otherwise all hell.
Yeah, like sort of like when you open a book and it has like a forward.
Right.
Like, if you read this book, you would. But I guess if it had that, people wouldn't read it, and
it's like
would not have a plot.
It's like in Young Frankenstein. Do not use this brain. Abnormal.
Abnormal brain. Abnormal book. Please return.
Right. right.
Anyway,
and of course, the one thing that never dies down is they made another Wes Craven reference because. But before all the chaos, somebody like knocked on the door like, "Hey, you want to come over for a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy marathon? Even the bad ones."
What bad ones?
Right, exactly. Somebody said that. Like, there is no bad Freddy Krueger movie.
That's pretty funny. Well, rest in peace to West.
Yes.
Of course.
Right.
Is there anything you want to add?
And whether people will agree with me with this or not, compared to the 2013 remake, this felt more Evil Dead-ish than the last remake.
Interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out.
Especially with the "I'll swallow your soul."
All right, so some interesting callbacks for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. I'm
but it's done very well. Yes. Definitely recommend Evil Dead Rise, especially if you're an Evil Dead fan. But my advice, go into it blind and be surprised and be like, okay, better than I expected.
Good to know.
Yes. Yes. But just don't read the book. And wait, one more thing about the Necronomicon book that I've never seen done before. The brother accidentally cut himself, and apparently when the blood drips on the book, it comes a little bit...
That makes sense, because the book is bound in blood.
Right, that's true. I just never noticed or never seen that before done before.
A nice little attention to detail, honestly.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, better than I expected, and highly recommended for hardcore Evil Dead fans.
Alright, good to know. Is there anything you want to add, or you want to wrap it up here?
Let's see, no, I think that's about everything.
Alright. Well, as I've always... I've been Wolfman Sam with my host, Johnny Buff Guns. We are Creatures of the Night. This has been Evil Dead Retrospective. And we'll see you guys next time.
And it's been one groovy podcast.
Groovy.